Good morning, guys. Welcome back from spring break. I hope it was wonderful. Today we're going to start with a story. Here's our story that we're going to be reading. It's called The Extraordinary Egg, and it's by Leo Lionni. Now, if you're in my class, we've read lots of stories by Leo Lionni. You might even recognize some of the characters. We've read It's Mine. We've read Swimmy, Little Blue and Little Yellow. Leo Lionni is a wonderful author for kids. So if you haven't read any of his books, go online and look up some of his books. Okay? All right, we're going to start off. I've got a little present here. Usually in my classroom, I try to do something fun to get started. So there are some vocabulary words in this story, actually starting with the first one on the very title page. We're going to go over some of the vocabulary. So I only have two little eggs here. Let's see what's inside. All right, this one is that word in the very title, extraordinary. What do you think extraordinary means? What are you picturing for that? Yeah, a lot of times kids think extraordinary means big. It doesn't mean big. Extra and ordinary. Extraordinary. Yeah, it means something special, something unusual, something that usually doesn't happen, like something special. So this is a special or an extraordinary egg. There's also another vocabulary word we need to talk about. In my egg is the word astonished. That's a big word. What do you think astonished means? I'll give you a hint. It means this. Yeah, it means surprised. Yeah. The characters in the story are very astonished or surprised. So if you hear the word astonished in the story, give me a thumbs up. Okay? All right, so the extraordinary egg. Now we're going to be making some predictions about this story. The first one is, what do you think is going to be inside the egg? You have some guesses? Okay, now if you're in my class or if you are in first grade, you probably know that certain animal groups lay eggs, right? So could it be a bird? Could it be a reptile? Could it be a mammal? No, they have live birth from their mommies, don't they? Yeah. Could it be a fish? Yeah, but take a look. The egg is on land, so I don't think it's going to be a fish of any kind. So, all right, so let's make a prediction. What's inside the egg? All right, let's see if you were correct. Now remember, chickens aren't the only ones to lay eggs. This is a great book to show you all the different animals that lay eggs. Look at this page. Look at all those animals, different kinds that lay eggs. So it could be a lot more than just a chicken, huh? This is a great book, by the way, for science if you want to read it. Chickens aren't the only ones. Okay? All right, so let's get started. The Extraordinary Egg by Leo Lionni. On Pebble Island, there lived 3 frogs, Marilyn, August, and the one who was always somewhere else. That one's name was Jessica. Jessica was full of wonder. She would go on long walks way on the other side of Pebble Island and then return at the end of the day shouting, look what I found. And even if it was nothing but an ordinary little pebble, she would say, isn't it extraordinary? But Marilyn and August, they were never impressed. I kind of like Jessica. She likes to explore. I bet you like to explore too. Now one day, in a mound of stones, she found one that stood out from all the others. It was perfect, white like snow, and round like a full moon on a midsummer's night. Even though it was almost as big as she was, Jessica decided to bring it home. So it's this one right here. Can you see that? I wonder what Marilyn and August will say when they see this, she thought, as she rolled the beautiful stone to the small inlet where the 3 of them lived. I wonder what the other 2 are going to say. They're not going to be impressed, I bet. Look what I found, she shouted triumphantly. A huge pebble. This time Marilyn and August were truly astonished. Surprised, huh? That is not a pebble, said Marilyn, who knew everything about everything. It's an egg, A chicken egg. A chicken egg? How do you know it's a chicken egg? Asked Jessica, who had never even heard of chickens before. Marilyn smiled. There are some things that you just know. Yeah, she's kind of a smarty pants, isn't she? Yeah, she thinks she knows everything about everything. Do you think it's a chicken egg? I don't know. Now, a few days later, the frogs heard a strange noise coming from the egg. They watched in amazement as the egg cracked, and then out crawled a long, scaly creature that walked on 4 legs. Is that a chicken? No, of course not. What is it? Yeah, some kind of either an alligator or a crocodile or something, right? Let's see. See? Exclaimed Marilyn. I was right. It is a chicken. What? That's not a chicken, is it? They think it's a chicken. A chicken! They all shouted. Now the chicken took a deep breath, grunted, gave each of them the astonished frogs a look, and said in a small, raspy voice, Where's the water? Where's the water? Yeah. Straight ahead, the frogs cried out excitedly. Yeah, well, so when they hatch out their eggs, crocodiles, turtles, all the reptiles, they want to go down to the water, don't they? Yeah. Does that sound like a chicken to you? No. Now, the chicken threw herself into the water, and the frogs dove in after her. They were surprised. The chicken was a really good swimmer, and fast too, and she showed them new ways to float and paddle. They had a wonderful time together and played from sun up to sundown, and so it went for many days. Boy, that chicken is busy. Now, this is the time in my classroom the kids are always shouting at me, It's not a chicken! It's not a chicken! But the frogs think it's a chicken, don't they? Now, then one day, when Jessica was somewhere else, August and Marilyn saw a commotion in the water below them. Someone was in trouble. Quickly, the chicken dove into the dark pool. August and Marilyn were frightened. Okay, so August and Marilyn are here, and somebody's in some kind of trouble in the water. Who do you think it is? Yeah, it's probably Jessica. She's in trouble. Don't worry, the chicken's gonna save her. Now, after a few long moments, the chicken reappeared, carrying Jessica. I'm all right, she called. I got tangled in the weeds, but the chicken saved me. Oh, poor Jessica. Now, from that day on, Jessica and her rescuer were inseparable friends. That means they were always together, like best friends. And wherever Jessica went, the chicken went too. They traveled all over the island. They went to Jessica's secret thinking spot, thinking place. Yeah, they're like best friends now. And to the Great Pebble Monument, all her favorite spots. But one day, when they went to a place where Jessica had never been before, a red and blue bird flew down from a tree. Oh, there you are, it exclaimed when it saw the chicken. Your mother has been looking all over for you. Come, I'll take you to her. So wait, the chicken's mother's looking for her. They followed the bird for a very long time. And they walked and they walked and they walked. They walked until under the warm sun and the cool moon. And then they came upon the most extraordinary creature they had ever seen. Something unusual and unexpected and special. It was the mother. It was asleep. But when it heard the little chicken shout, Mother! It slowly opened its eye, smiled an enormous smile, and in a voice as gentle as a whispering grass, it said, Come here, my sweet little alligator. Ah, so it was an alligator. And the little chicken climbed happily onto her mother's nose. Now it's time for me to go, said Jessica. I will miss you very much, little chicken. Come visit us very soon. And bring your mother too. Jessica couldn't wait to tell Marilyn and August what had happened. And as she neared the inlet, she shouted, Guess what I found? And she told them all about it. And do you know what that mother chicken said to her baby? Jessica asked. She called her my sweet little alligator. Alligator, said Marilyn. What a silly thing to say. And the three frogs couldn't stop laughing. So they think it's still a chicken, don't they? Yeah. All right, so I have a little activity for you for writing and for crafts if you have time. Now, if you don't, that's okay. You just need a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be blue. It could be any color. And all I did was draw one giant egg. I made kind of like a crack line here so I could cut it. And then, if you kind of glue it apart, actually, you don't even need to glue it apart. You can kind of just have it open like this. Don't cut it all the way. And then sticking out of the egg is any kind of creature that you'd like. Like I made a snake. Now, don't steal my idea. It could be lots of animals, like a turtle or even a chicken or whatever you want it. But if you glue it in the little cracked egg, it could be a little surprise. You can even do it like a little guessing game. Give them clues. Like it's something scaly, it's long and skinny. Give them some descriptions and let them picture what they think it is. And then you could have the little animal peeking out of your egg. And then you could do a little bit of writing too. In the egg was, or one day out of the egg popped a snake or whatever you're going to write about. Okay? So do a little bit crafting, a little bit of writing today to go along with your story. And don't forget, you could always read more Leo Leone books, or even this one. Chickens aren't the only ones if you like some science-y books. Okay? Enjoy!